Tolerance and allowance. Let's start with tolerance next. Tolerance is the total amount that a specific dimension is permitted to vary. It is the difference between the maximum and minimum limit for the dimension. For example, tolerance is a dimension given as a 1.625 plus 0.002 means that the manufacturing part by B 1.627 or 1.623 or anywhere between this limit dimension. Next. There are three types of tolerance. Let's start with unilateral tolerance. When the two limit dimensions are only one aside of the normal size, either above or below, the tolerance are said to be unilateral. And the second one is limit dimension. Limit dimension linear tolerance. The upper and lower of a limit dimension is fixed and is thus not include the basic value of a feature. And the last one is bilateral tolerance. When the two limit dimensions are above and below nominal size on either side of the normal size, the tolerance are said to be bilateral. Next. How effective is tolerance? The part is functioning correctly and the fabrication cost minimum. Next. What is engineering tolerance in the perspective of machine design? Engineering tolerance is the permissible limit or limit of variation in a physical dimension, a measured value or physical property of a material manufactured object, system, or service in mechanical engineering, the space between a bolt and a nut or a hole, etc. An engineering tolerance is the acceptable difference between the maximum and minimum size of a mechanical part as a basis for determining the accuracy of its fit with another part. Next.
Allowances. Allowances is the difference between the dimension of two mating parts, hole and shaft, for any type of fit. Example, para makuha natin yung allowance, kailangan nating i-minus yung hole limit and shaft limit. Halimbawa, ang hole limit natin is 1.250 at ang shaft limit naman natin ay 1.248. Ma-minus lang natin siya para makuha yung allowance. Pag minus natin yung dalawa, ang makakuha nating sagot ay itong 0.002. Ito yung tinatawag nating allowance between the dimension of two mating parts. So allowance is associated between two dimensions of two parts that form a fit. Next. So allowance, it is maybe positive and negative. Pag positive, itong figure na to, ito yung tinatawag na positive allowance. Kung makikita nyo, mas maliit yung pin kaysa dun sa hole. Ito yung allowance natin. Kasi sabi sa definition, if the hole is larger than the pin, ito yung tinatawag na positive allowance. Pag naman negative, ito, kung makikita nyo yung figure, mas malaki naman yung shaft or yung pin dun sa hole or dun sa hub. Kasi sabi sa definition, if the pin is larger than the hole, ito yung tinatawag din na interference fit. Kumbaga. So fit. Fit is a dimensional relationship between mating parts such as press, shrink, or sliding. Ito na yung ginagamitan ng pinepersa na yung pagpasok dun sa hole. Next slide. So ito yung different kind of fit. So yung RC1 to RC9. So yung RC1, yung tinatawag nating closed sliding fit. Ito yung it shows no perceptible play or ito yung masikip Hindi siya nagkakaroon ng kahit anong paggalaw. Yung sa RC2, sliding feet. Ito yung medyo maluwag na konti pero it's not intended to run freely. Pagdating naman sa RC3, precision running feet, ito yung napipihit na ng kaunti pero in a low speed lang and a light load. Sa RC4, low running feet, ito ay para sa mga may minimum play, moderate speed, and temperature rise. Sa RC5 and RC6, same lang siya ng medium running feet. So ito yung mas maluwag siya ng konti dito sa RC4 or close running feet. Ito na yung para sa mga higher speed and heavy journal pressure. Sa RC7, pre-running feet, ito ay suitable for the larger temperature variation. RC8 and RC9, loose running feet, ito na yung pinakamaluwag sa kanilang lahat. It is used for with commercial cold, roll shop, and tubing. Kung mapapansin nyo, pamula RC1 hanggang RC9, ang direksyon niya paluwag. Sa RC1, masikip hanggang sa lumag na lumag hanggang umabot dito sa RC8 and RC9. Next. What is engineering allowance in the perspective of machine design? It is provided intentionally and it gives the required fit to meet out functional requirements. And it is planned deviation between actual dimension and a nominal or theoretical dimension to final dimension. Next slide. Ito. Difference between tolerance and allowance. Tolerance. It is the permissible variation in the dimension of the part and whole. Sa allowance, it is the prescribed difference between the dimension of two mating parts. Tolerance, it is the difference between lower and higher limits of dimension of a part. And sa allowance, it is the intentional difference between the lower limit and whole and higher limit of the shaft. Next, tolerance is to be provided on a dimension of part as it is not possible to make a part of exact specified dimension. Allowance is to be provided on the dimension of mating parts to obtain required type of fit. Next, it is as an absolute value without sign. As allowance, may be positive or negative allowance. Kasi sa tolerance, meron tayong tinatawag na bilateral, unilateral, ano ba isa? Yun. Tapos sa allowance naman, meron tayong positive allowance and negative allowance or tinatawag nating interference fit. So next, the tolerance can be a linear dimension, an angle, or geometrical like runout. Allowance generally means deliberate deviation from specified dimension to take care of next process. Next. Ito. Dito sa table, makikita natin dito yung type or different bracket of tolerance. Dito sa taas, ito yung diameter size range. Halimbawa, ang diameter size range of hole natin ay umaabot sa 0.5. Dito siya papatak sa 0.4 at dito siya papatak sa 0.4 and 0.71. Halimbawa naman ay 0.3. Dito siya sa 0.24 and 0.40. Ito namang itong nasa left side, yung mga class, yung RC1 and RC2 hanggang RC9. Ito yung ito yung diniscuss ko kanina. Itong hole, yung nasa right side niya, ito yung hole tolerance niya, and sa baba naman, ito yung shaft tolerance niya. Example, ang diameter size range natin is 0.5. Tapos ang gamit natin ay RC2. Ang magiging hole tolerance niya for RC2 is positive 0.40 and negative 0. Pagdating naman sa shock tolerance, ang magiging ano niya is negative 0.25 and 0.55. Ito nga palang ano, mga value nitong hole and shock tolerance ay ang basa dito ay ano ay 1000 of inch. Kailangan mo muna siyang i-times sa 10 raised to negative 3 or i-divide sa 1000. Next slide. Ito continuation lang to. Ganun lang din siya.